So this little video is a tutorial on how to go about creating a blog. I mentioned a little bit in class today about how we'd spend some other class time actually making the blogs, practicing with them, etc. So this is for those of you folks that maybe want to get a head start on that process, or for those of you that maybe missed class on Wednesday, or in case you need a little bit of a refresher from what we talk about on Wednesday. The first thing that you're going to need to do is open up a web browser. Doesn't matter what browser it is. It could be Firefox, it could be Safari, it could be Internet Explorer. Anyone is going to be fine. Now what you're going to want to do is go to my website, which again is on the top of your syllabus that you got today, and go to the Useful Links tab right here along the left hand side. If you click on that, there's all these other links, basically portals to other sites. The one you're going to be most interested in for this is the blog sites listed on the right hand side there, so go ahead and click on that. And then there's a list of all these different types of blogs, Blogger, WordPress, EduBlogs, LiveJournal. I've used a few of these and they all have their pros and cons. I like using Blogger, but you by no means have to use Blogger. Blogger I think is kind of neat just because you can do a lot of things via Google with Blogger, because Blogger is owned by Google now. But if you already have a blog, if there's a type of blog site that you are familiar with that you'd like to use, certainly you can still do that. That's not a problem. Just for the purposes of this tutorial though, I'll go ahead and go through Blogger. So go ahead and click the Blogger link. It should take you to this right here. And what you're going to want to do is create a blog. So you have this big orange button right there that says create a blog. Go ahead and click on that. Now it's going to ask you to create a specific account. Creating some sort of account through an email address that you already have. You could certainly use your BSU account. You certainly could use something else completely. Whatever the case may be, that's perfectly fine. All this is standard stuff that you have to do whenever you sign up for something new. What I do like about Blogger in particular is that it has this little thing right here that says email notifications. Some blogging sites just kind of send you their stuff, whether you ask for it or not, and then you have to find the way to have them not send it to you. It's usually very hidden, but Blogger, it's right here. If you want stuff as far as notifications or advice, you can ask for it. If not, you just don't click it and you're fine. You have to add your birthday information. Why, I'm not entirely sure, but for those of you that want to do the math, there's my birthday. Find out how old I am. And then you have to put in this little thing right here, accept the terms of service, and click continue. Now, the next step you're going to have to do is to name your blog. It doesn't really matter what name you give it. You know, if you want to be less creative, it could be English 103. That's fine. It could be David's blog. It could be whatever, right? You can come up with a creative title for it if you want. For now, I'll just do English 103. The blog title doesn't necessarily matter. This part does a lot more. The blog address. Okay, we can't all have english103.blogspot.com. Sorry, it's just not going to work. So you need to have a little bit more creativity with that. Probably coming up with putting your last name, I think, is probably fine. You know, I kind of do my initials and that kind of stuff. You can certainly tag on, English 103 to that. That's perfectly fine. Okay, whatever you want to do. If you're unsure, check the availability. It says this is already not available because that's actually the course blog that you folks have too. So you can check the availability. That one's not available either. I'll just do that. Check availability. Blog address is available, so perfect. So once you have your blog title, your blog address, go ahead and click the continue arrow. And then next it's going to ask you to choose some sort of template. Now these can be changed at any time through the dashboard that comes up when you sign into Blogger. So for now you can just kind of pick something and you can always change it around later. And you can customize it too. You can change the colors. You can do all kinds of different things. I think for now I'll just pick this one and hit continue. And that's it. Your blog has been created. So then it asks you to start blogging. So this is how you go about posting your blogs. Basically, you can edit posts, you can edit pages, you can do all kinds of different things from here. Again, you can change the design elements and do all this kind of stuff. So this right here is what it looks like when you actually go to do a posting. Okay, it's very similar to when you do things in a word processor, right? You have all the same tools here. You know, you have the bold, the italicize. You can change font colors and text and all that kind of stuff. You can even do bulleted lists. And right here, where my little cursor is the spell check. Use it, know where it is, use it regularly. Okay, so you can do that. Let me sign out for a second and then sign back in, just to show you when you actually sign into your Blogger account, you will see something that looks more like this. Okay, it's called a dashboard, and it shows what blogs you are managing right now, what blogs that you have. So anytime when you sign into Blogger, you'll see something that looks more like this. Okay, so what you do is when you have to do a posting for the class, you click on New Post, and you go ahead and you do your posting, right? You know, title it whatever you want, right? First posting. This is my response to the reading. However you go about doing it. Okay. Now, one thing too, down here, you'll see Save Now and you'll see Publish Post. Okay. The Save Now saves the posting that you're doing, but doesn't actually publish it to the web. Okay, you want to make sure that I can read it, that your classmates can read it, so you want to click Publish Post. Okay, so you go ahead and click Publish Post, and now it's on your blog. You can go to View Blog, and there it is. Okay, there's your stuff. One thing I want you folks to do is change the time setting on here. Google and Blogger and a lot of computer companies are on the West Coast, so they're set to Pacific time. Okay, I'm obviously trying to make sure that you're doing these assignments in a timely fashion, that you're doing them before class, so you need to make sure that the time is set correctly on this. I believe, yes, it's under formatting. So when you go to your dashboards, let me go back actually. You go back to your dashboard, whatever, there's a settings tab right here. So you click on settings, brings you to all these other things. There's a tab right here that says formatting. You click on that, and you'll see right here, about the fifth thing down, is the time zone. Okay, so it's set to Pacific time right now. You need to set it to Eastern time, right? Because we're on the Eastern time zone right here. So Eastern time, click that, go to Save Settings, and then you're all set. Okay. Now the other thing I need you folks to do is to email me the web address for your blog. Okay, so if you go back, let me go back again to the design or whatever, you'll see a lot of times right here wherever you are in the dashboard it says View Blog. Okay, you're going to click on the View Blog, and it brings you to how your blog looks to the rest of the world, right, out on the internet. Okay, this little address right here is what I need you to email to me. Okay, and again, my email address is on the syllabus. All right, so once you've created your blog, once you've gotten that all squared away, you go ahead and email me so that way I have it, and that way I can check it and be able to grade it. Okay, again, as always, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to email me. Okay, and until next time, I'll see you folks later.